We are gathered here today to witness the union of Scott and Julia. Welcome friends, family, and anyone who may have wandered here by accident. You are also welcome to join in this very special occasion. If you don't know me, I am Julia's older and more attractive brother. I feel very honored and very humbled to have been asked to officiate my sister's wedding. Today is the beginning of a remarkable journey for them. Drawing on the mutual admiration, respect, and trust, they are ready to embark on the next chapter in their lives. We celebrate the love most evident in their relationship and wish them well on this very special day. 1 second. The rite of marriage is an ancient institution and important ritual that binds two people together for the rest of their lives. Today, as you form this union, you're choosing to take a vow that is as sacred today as it was to your ancestors. The Bible makes note of the power of partnership in Ecclesiastes. It reminds us that two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up, but pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them up. Also, if the two lie down together, they will keep warm. But how can one keep warm alone? Alright, so when Scott and Julia asked me to officiate the wedding, I felt truly blessed to have such a thoughtful sister and for her to have a loving partner to share life with. I, of course, said yes, but then I asked them, why the heck me? And you're probably asking yourselves the same thing. But they said that is because we respect and admire your relationship and marriage with your wife Kelly, who's standing right there. And think that it could be a great fit. While this was truly a generous compliment, I immediately thought to myself, what does our relationship actually stand for, and how can I articulate that into words? One of the best analogies that I could come up with was marriage is kind of like sowing a field or planting a tree. The wedding itself and choice of a partner is merely the seed of the relationship, and the best parts are yet to blossom. You can choose for the seed to grow into a weed that strangles and suffocates others around them, or you can choose to grow into the mighty and majestic redwood of California. The state tree where Scott and Julia currently live, and the tallest tree in the world. Trees and relationships inevitably have struggles and storms. Leaves may fall, branches may break, but in these adverse times, the trunk and roots remain strong, weathering all storms. A sturdy relationship also provides shade and shelter to those around them, becoming a beacon for friends and family that may be going through storms themselves. When I reflected on Scott and Julia's relationship so far, I found a calm, lighthearted, and joyous relationship that attracts those around them and is a steady beacon for others, not unlike the mighty redwoods. So, Scott and Julia, I ask that throughout your relationship, you focus on caring and maintaining the roots and trunk of your bond, and not letting a few broken branches bother you too much along the way. And then in time, if God willing, you will be blessed with the greatest gift of all, having children and creating a forest out of one simple seed. All right, so that would be a good stopping point, but I have to go off script for just a second because you are my sister. So I am talking to you now as just a brother and my future brother-in-law in like 10 minutes, and just a couple hundred of your closest friends and family. When you get married in the Catholic faith, you have to go to pre-marriage counseling, and there I received the best wedding advice I have ever heard. So Kelly and me, we walk in, I am crushing the questions. It's like finances, like got that unlocked, no problem. Children, it was like I practically raised Julie and Jacob with a couple help, from our parents. And if you can't see, I have like 50 cousins, all young. And she asked me one question. She goes, well, how do you guys divide the chores? Like, what percentage? I was like, oh, we got this. 50-50, obviously. No problem. And she goes, no. It's actually 100%, 100%. And it seriously, like, blew my mind. And then she explained that you're gonna have bad days. Some days I'm feeling like 60. So Kelly gives 140. So just every time I come home to my lovely wife, I think about that. If she can only give 50, I'm gonna give 150. And that's it. Thank you. All right. I now invite the couple to share the vows with one another. Scott and Julia, the promises you made today are sacred. They are the groundwork from which all marriage will blossom and grow over time. Please face each other and declare the vows before God and in the presence of your family and friends. Julia, you may begin.
It is hard to believe that this day is here. It's been years in the making. The most incredible part is that those years have been just a fraction of the life that we're going to get to spend together. When I first met you, I wasn't sure what lay beneath that pretty face and witty sense of humor. I was lucky to find not only a person who was kind, compassionate, and selfless, but one person. My person that stood by my side, unwavering, for more than 5 years. With one more thing. You've often remarked upon how easy our love is. But how could it be any other way? You freely express your emotions, you give endlessly, and you make every decision with us in mind. And I cannot state enough the privilege that it is to be called. So Scott Roxon Singer, I vow to stand by you and experience life with you, in the happiest moments to the toughest days. I vow to remember to cherish the minutes, the days, and the years, the way that you have taught me. And I vow to love you through my words and my actions, fiercely, deeply, and eternally.
Your turn.
Julia. Good start. Writing these vows has been the most difficult part of this whole wedding adventure. Having to condense my feelings for you from what could have been a 2-hour speech to under 2 minutes has been near impossible. We've done so much in our 5.5 years together. We sat in the nosebleeds and watched the Blues win a double overtime in Game 7. We've traveled to various countries around the world. We moved to San Diego. We adopted a cat named Chubby, also known as Billy, also known as Coco. And then we adopted another cat named Noah, also known as Nora. However, what I've enjoyed the most is having a front row seat to watch you flourish and thrive in so many ways. Okay. You've taken on the incredibly difficult task of medical school and now residency. You are making life-saving decisions at age 26. Your ability to handle these decisions with calmness and certainty is not surprising at all. Your maturity, compassion, and sincerity are among the many traits that instantly drew me to you. You are completely unlike anyone I've ever met before, and I'm so incredibly lucky that you've chosen me to spend the rest of your life with. I vow to help keep the fun, excitement, and happiness flowing into our lives. I also vow to always be by your side in the tough times that we will endure. We've had a lifetime of fun and happiness in our 5.5 years together, and the best news is we are just starting our lifetime together. I love you, and I'm so thrilled to marry you.
Thank you guys. It was beautiful. One step. Please join hands. Scott, do you take Julia to be your lawfully wedded wife from this day forward? Will you love, honor, and cherish her, hold her up in good times and the bad, and love her as you love yourself for as long as you both shall live? Julia, do you take Scott to be your lawfully wedded husband from this day forward? Will you love, honor, and cherish him, hold him up in good times and bad, and love him as you love yourself for as long as you both shall live? It is now time to exchange the rings. The circle formed by each ring is a symbol of your love and eternal commitment to each other. May these rings remind you always of the sacred promises you've made to each other today in the company of your family and friends. Scott, you go first. All right, Scott. Please repeat after me. I, Scott, give you, Julia, this ring.
I, Scott, give you Julia this ring.
As a symbol of my love and commitment. And the eternal vows we have made to each other today. With this ring, I do well. I, Julia, give you, Scott, this ring as a symbol of my love and commitment and the eternal vows we have made to each other today. With this ring, I do well. Scott and Julia, by the power vested in me Universal Life Online Church, and by the state of Missouri, under the eyes of God, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Scott, you may now kiss your bride. The breaking of the glass is one of the most beloved traditions in the Jewish wedding ceremony. Couples include this tradition in their wedding as it symbolizes the absolute finality of the marital covenant. Just as the broken pieces of glass can never be put back together and return to its former state, so the covenant of marriage irrevocably binds the new husband and wife in the new state of marriage. It is tradition to break the wine glass underfoot and wish the new couple mazel tov, which in Hebrew means good luck. Alright, so as Scott steps on the glass, please all wish them mazel tov with me.
Mazel tov!
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor that I present for the first time Mr. and Mrs.